start off, I'm just moisturizing my skin right now, making sure, you know, we're moisturized. We have our SPF, you know, 15 on our skin. I think this is SPF 15. It's by Cetaphil. You can go buy this from any drugstore, CVS, Rite Aid, you know, the list goes on. So now we're getting into our foundation. I just had bought this NARS foundation. That was my second bottle I went through. It was coming out a little bit runny, but it started coming out a little bit thicker. So I get mine in NARS Radiant Longwear. I think that's what it's called. And I'll have everything listed below, but this video will be fast forwarded and I will be speaking through this video just so you guys can get a shorter video, because I'm just now starting back to do these YouTube videos, and you know, your girl's kind of rusty with this. So as you can see, I use a flat brush to apply my foundation, and then I go in with a wet beauty blender just to give it that airbrush, you know, just basically patting in my skin a little bit more. But yeah, so I use the flat brush to apply my foundation, then I go in with my Real Technique beauty blender, which is my all-time fave. So yeah. So after that, I apply my favorite makeup product today. I love this makeup product. It is by Too Faced, and it's Lip Injection Extreme. Yes, it's gonna burn, but it's gonna make your lips so plump, so full. Please, you guys, do not get this on your skin, nowhere on your skin other than your lips, because it will turn your skin red, and that is not a good feeling. Okay, so apply that, and you'll thank me later. So for me, the brows are the most important part of the face. So I take most of my time working on my brows and making sure my brows are A1, okay? Because if they're not sisters or related, your makeup is looking a mess, period. So what I do is I take a spoolie and an angle brush, and I just brush my brows upward in the direction that I want my brows to lay. And I use pomade. I do not use Anastasia Beverly. I do not use any of those. I use the dupes, so I do use pomade. You can buy this pomade called I Kiss. It's by Envy, I think, and it's in the color chocolate. Do not use black on your brows, you guys. That is not cute. That is not the move. So what you want to do is get you something in chocolate. If your skin complexion is darker, then trust me, I understand using something darker. But the pomade for me, I literally can get the light strokes that I want and the darker strokes without having to use two different products. So that's why I choose to use pomade. So as you can see, I'm just starting my line off at the bottom, and then I go to the top and I work my way in the middle, and I just continue to blend with my spoolie, because I do not like having brows that, you know, are not blended. Yeah, so on this part, you're just gonna repeat the same steps. Start with your bottom line, and then you're gonna go up. Well, once I do go up, and then you're gonna work on your top line of the brow, and just make sure you dip into your pomade and wipe off the excess, because you do not want to have super dark brows. You want them to look sharp and still to look natural, but you know, on fleek brows, period. So as you see, I'm working at the top, and I'm getting that point at the end that I really want, and that fullness that I really want in my brows. So by doing that and using the pomade, I love it. So yeah, so just watch this. I'm just repeating the same step again. So this is one thing I do like to spend my money on, is my foundation, my concealer. And this concealer is by Aucoin, and this concealer literally has lasted me over 7 months, I think. So go purchase you guys some. So with the concealer, I'm just taking a flat, or you could use an angled brush and just clean up under your brows and get that really clean, sharp look that you want. I'm just going in on both brows and just going in with the concealer, as I said before, and just cleaning them up. So for this part, I just take a blending brush or just a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I just blend out my concealer under my brows, and just make sure that that concealer is blended out. And sometimes I take my beauty blender and just go in there as well. But yeah, so you just want to make sure you just blend, because you don't want to just have that concealer just sitting under your eyes. That's too much. Okay, so I go back in with my angled brush and my spoolie, and I use my eyebrow pomade in chocolate once again. After I'm done cleaning up with my concealer, I just go back in and make my brows a little bit deeper and just look at the parts that I really want to have on point and make sure that they're exactly how I want them and like them. So I just go in really lightly with my pomade, and sometimes I don't even have to do that, but me, I'm extra about brows like I told you guys, so your choice. So I'm just gonna prime my lids with the NYX eyeshadow primer in the color white, and I use a flat brush. You can use a fluffy brush or whatever, but to blend it in and make sure it's staying in put, I just blend it in with my finger. This part I am gonna cut short because, you know, just prime your lids before you add your color. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into the Aucoin concealer that I just love to death. So normally I put this on before I actually start doing my eyeshadow, just to give it time to sit and melt into my skin and warm up, because this is a creamy concealer and I'm telling you, it's the best concealer I've ever bought, so go get you some. Okay, so for this part, for my eyeshadow, I am using a palette that I bought on Amazon, Beauty Glaze. It has 15 different shadows in it, and the color I'm putting on is Ginger. I think this is in the Sunset palette that I bought, but I will note it below. And I really just wanted this really yellow, pretty, gingery looking eye, and this was just the perfect color ever, and the pigment was so pretty, and I just loved it. So yeah. So just a little tip, if you guys are using a pigmented eyeshadow that's probably not too pigmented, you just want to take the back of your nail or the back of your eyeshadow brush and just scratch the surface, and that will help. It will be more of a loose powder, but the pigment will like literally stick to your eyes. So yeah, so as you can tell, that's what I did, and it's literally sticking, and I love it. Okay, so once again, this palette is called Sunset Dusk, and it is by Beauty Glaze. You can get it on Amazon. It's very affordable, very cheap, and it has 15 different color eyeshadows in it, so thank me later. I'm super big on blending out and making sure my eyeshadow is sitting exactly where I want it to be, or that is the color that I want it to be, as far as being super pigmented. And this yellow, I really wanted to stand out and pop out, and that's exactly what it did for me. So as you can tell, I applied it, and I think I added more too. I think I kept adding more. So yeah, so sit back, watch, and basically enjoy. that's all done, I just basically blend out my concealer with my beauty blender. And normally what I would do to my beauty blender is spray setting spray on there, any setting spray that you use or you prefer, but I use Urban Decay setting spray and that's my favorite. So I just go in and I just blend out my concealer with my beauty blender. And I normally bring it on the side of my nose just to make my nose look a little smaller, so when I add my powder, I go over the concealer with my powder, so on the side of my nose. So we're just gonna really blend, 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 blend. That's basically all I do with my beauty blender. Powder, and basically I just tap my beauty blender in that and I put it on the side of my nose. When I do go under my eyes, I bring it on the side of my nose and then outside to the side of my face, and it just helps my nose when I contour. It helps it bring it in basically. And this technique I'm using is I'm basically adding powder to my brows. So I'm baking my brows, which is a new technique I just saw and I just learned on YouTube, but I actually like it. So yeah, so that's all I do. So now using that same flat brush that we added our foundation on with, I don't like letting my powder sit for too long, so I use that same flat brush and I just basically wipe under where I put my concealer at, where I apply my concealer and my powder at. I use that same flat brush that has a little foundation on there, and I use it just to wipe off the excess powder, because with it having that foundation on there, it's actually gonna smooth it out better than you using a regular, fluffy brush, and it's gonna add a little bit color back to your skin. So I just wipe it off, and basically that's what I do to get my powder off my face. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna contour using my BH Cosmetics and itsmyrayeraye palette. I think I use mocha and I use the darkest shade, and I mix those two together just to contour and give myself that really snatched face look. And I bring it under my chin because I have a double chin and an oval face, so it helps me with basically snatching my face. So I use that color underneath. I would recommend going in with the beauty blender after you're done doing it at the bottom of your face, just to make sure everything is well blended. Yeah, so I bring it on my cheekbones and my upper forehead, and I do under my lips as well, just to make sure my bottom lip has that really full, voluptuous look, because I guess it gives it a shadow. I learned that some years ago, actually doing my makeup. And as you can see, just to blend out my contour, I'm using that same flat brush once again that I used to put my foundation on and that I used to wipe off my excess powder. I'm using that to basically blend out my contour, so that really helps me. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm basically using that same contour color underneath my lip just to make it look a little fuller. It gives it like a little nice shadow under there. I don't know, I just really cannot do my makeup without doing that step, and to me it just makes my lips look fuller. I'm not sure if it works for you guys, but let me know. So yeah, for this part I'm just contouring my temple, and for the girls with the big foreheads, and if you wear your wigs or whatever, or your slick back ponytails, girls, if you want to make that forehead seem smaller, just go on the side of your temple, and you can use a darker shade, but you don't want to look like you got bruises. So just, you know, blend it out as much as you can. So this last step to my contouring is basically adding a little powder underneath my contour. The same baking powder I was using, the banana powder. And I do this just because it helps, like, I'm not sure, it helps bring out my contour and also soften it at the bottom so I don't have a harsh line. So for me, my contouring on my nose is way different than other people because I have a hook in my nose. So basically I go underneath with the same color I contour my face with, and I like to blend out on the sides of my nose. And I normally bring it up, but sometimes I don't. Basically I learned this trick from my makeup artist in LA, and she taught me basically just to, instead of showing that hook basically, you can just contour it out basically. So that's what I do, and it really works for me. And I use my beauty blender just to blend out like the harsh lines, but this really works for me. I'm not sure about you guys or what type of noses you guys have, but that step always works for you, girl. Okay, so now for your final step is basically using your setting spray before you add your highlighter. And I'm using the new Tutti Frutti Too Faced Cosmetics palette. I think this one is called Pineapple Sun or something like that, but I'll list it below. This is my all-time favorite highlighter, you guys. Oh my gosh. For the girls of color or girls without color and you just really want that natural glow, oh my gosh, please go get this. This is like literally, this color is hitting. This highlighter is hitting, okay? Like literally, my sister loves this highlighter on me. So yeah, I love this highlighter. It's just so pretty and it's so natural, and it's just like, it's everything you would want in a highlighter. I'm sorry, just everything. Like, forget those other ones, those icicle looking ones and all that stuff. No, if you want that nice, like you've been in the sun type of bronze highlighted skin, this is the one. Like, this is the way to go, you guys. So go invest your money in some, you know, Tutti Frutti Pineapple Sun palette. So yeah. Eyeshadow look is never completed without adding the highlighter in between. Basically, what do you call that? The tear duct or something like that. So yeah, if I don't add highlighter in the corner of my eyes, my eyeshadow is not popping, my face is not complete. So I add two different colors. I think this one is called Angel and it's something else. But yeah, that's my completed look, you guys. Okay, you guys, so this is my finished look, and I'm so happy to be back on YouTube. So make sure you like and subscribe, and also leave a comment below and let me know what's our next look we're going for.